Hey there, Aries. It's Amanda Beach with Cosmic Beach Consulting, and I'm here to give you your Cosmic Surf Report for July 2016. Starting off the month of July, we have a beautiful new moon in Cancer on July 4th. Hooray! Let's all prepare for fireworks. Venus in Cancer as well. Hello. However, we see you, Aries, having some decisions to make with yourself. I see you kind of looking over your social circle and how you spent the first part of your summer versus how you want to spend the last part of your summer. Social purging is a huge theme for the month of July. And for you, I see you kind of really regulating the first week of July to focus on some issues when it comes to, who you want in your life versus who you need in your life versus what you don't want and what you don't need. This summer, we're going to see a lot of people kind of moving into new networks and saying goodbye to old ones. There's a lot of social progress to be made this summer as well on a personal level. In the first week, we also kind of see us recovering from the Mars retrograde we've been experiencing for the last, 2 months. Mars is still, unfortunately, only in first gear, so we're still not going to see that a huge pickup of anything, but we're going to start to feel less of a drain and less of a drag. But the benefit of this transit, especially for you, somebody who is ruled by the flame and the fire, is that you are able to kind of take the stagnant period, the slowing down allows you to take a bigger look at what's going on around you without being so focused on the outcome, on the future, and how fast things are moving, because maybe things haven't been moving so fast. And the real benefit of this is that you get a slow motion analysis of what you need to really focus on and what you need to not focus on as well. Moving into the second week, we see a heightened intuition. We see you kind of, moving into your own self. This could certainly be a week where you should pay attention to your dreams. We also have that beautiful Neptune retrograde. If you follow my subscriptions list, there are some great astrologers on there that talk about this in great depth, along with one of my favorite astrologers to read, which is Sabrina Monarch. She wrote a beautiful piece on Neptune retrograde. If you follow me on Facebook, you can easily access her material. She's amazing. But we kind of see you looking at, what's good for you, what's nurturing you, what's really speaking to you. And this also could be kind of, maybe some projects have stalled and maybe you have really had to evaluate, like, what's the best method? How am I going to do this? Maybe it comes down to something as simple as process or as big as, does it speak to you? Is it a soul level sort of thing? And, there's a lot of searching in the depths. And I think there's a lot of progress to be had in the second week of July if you really allow yourself to spend time under the water and really listen, with your whole body as opposed to just with your ears and your eyes and just with your fire. If you really kind of spend some time feeling fluid and waiting for messages to kind of come to you and being open to that. Because in the third week of July, you're going to start putting some of that flame outward. This is the week that we see second gear, and second gear is all you need to go 25 miles an hour. And hey, that feels great compared to going 0. Anybody who spends any time stuck in traffic totally knows that it is much better to be moving than just be sitting still. And we also see you kind of seeding some projects that you're going to be harvesting probably later in the fall. Rather, this is maybe you're writing a blog and you want to start a book. Maybe you're launching a website. Maybe you're preparing to launch something, recording projects, lots of communication here. So even it could be as simple as you want to start to put your hat in the ring for a promotion. But you're going to start to do that work that you're going to see the results of later in the third week of July. But that does lead us to the fourth week of July after the Capricorn full moon, which the Capricorn full moon, the full moon always illuminates the sign that it's in and it brings it big and bright in front of us. And Capricorn loves to climb. Capricorn loves to continue upward in their journey. They're the goat, they can, what we would look at and say, that is a hill that no one should be on. The goat's up there this is great. I have the best view. So we're all going to kind of feel challenged, at that point to really see what we can do to rise. And also, for you, Aries, the caution in the fourth week of July is, maybe watching some of that fire, really thinking about the golden rule, really thinking about how, your approach is with some situations. Maybe there's a door you've been knocking on and you can't seem to get anybody to open that door, no matter how it really, and this is for all fire signs, by the way, not just you. No matter how hard you're knocking on that door, the door just isn't coming in. And I think that's because you're making the door too hot. Like the person answering the door is like, oh, this door is warm. And I learned when I was in kindergarten that if the door is hot, there is fire behind it. So maybe you need to take that flame and instead of making it something where it's incinerating, make it something that's just warm. And looking at your patience when it comes to the way that you're approaching some situations when it comes to progress you're desiring. Maybe not so much in your financial sector. I mean, it could be, but I see this more of like soul work, or maybe it's a passion project, or if you're somebody who's like, dude, I fucking work 2 jobs and I don't have a passion project. Heard, totally. But this is definitely some want that has to do with ascension, with rising up. And there's some patience that has to be involved in that. And this is really kind of a challenge. It's a way for you to learn how to work with your own will. It's a way for you to learn how to work with your own desire to be first, because you are the leader of the zodiac. Hey, leader. Awesome. Totally great leader. Super good at it. Super good at leading. But sometimes, even great leaders have to follow. Or at the very least, they have to allow others to lead. So I think the 4th week really talks to us about how can we get in touch with our inner leader as opposed to focusing on being an outer leader, which will prepare us for Mars really picking up energy in August, and that's going to be some super fun. And then Jupiter is going to be jumping into Libra pretty soon too, and that'll be a whole host of other awesome expansion opportunities. But overall for you, I would say huge social themes, big decisions, pay attention to yourself. Don't be too focused on the outcome when you're planting seeds. Like I know that you love 25 pounds of squash, but like it's like chickens before they hatch. It doesn't have to look the same way. But there are great opportunities for starting to sow some seeds for your fall harvest. And then focusing on patience and the golden rule for the end of July. I'm available for consultations. My name is Amanda Beach. You can check me out, cosmicbeachconsulting.com. Please subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. You have a great day.